WatchMeFly allows you to manage a PZ database, and that allows you to have all sorts of PZs, whether they're circular, polygon, or the blue PZs, stored in the WatchMeFly system that then the scoring system and the penalty system will be able to use to automatically calculate whether pilots have violated the PZs and issue penalty points accordingly. So to do this, what we do is firstly is we come into the competition center and we are here on the dashboard, and up in the top right corner you can see in the maps menu there is a link to the PZ management. So we're going to go into there, and you'll see because this is a new event we don't have any PZs in the PZ list. So the first sort of PZ we're going to set up is a polygon PZ because they're typically the most common PZs used on a competition map. So to do this, what we do is we go into Aussie Explorer and we draw a track around the boundary of the PZ that we wish to create. And then we put in a description in the track properties describing what you want it to be. Then you save that track file, and then back in the PZ management tool, what you're able to do is go and choose file, so you can upload that track file. And here we've got it called PZ1 demo. Open that, hit process file, and that will create the PZ and take you to this form where you need to add some additional information. So firstly, we're going to change the name of the PZ because this just simply picks up the name of the file you uploaded. So we're just going to call this PZ1. Then you need to put the top altitude. So this is the altitude that is the minimum the pilot must fly over the PZ. So we're going to say it's at 1800 feet. You then must put the ground level of that PZ, or the bottom of the PZ. So in this case, this one is at 984 feet. Then you must put in the maximum distance. So the maximum distance is what the formula uses to calculate the penalty that the pilot's going to get for breaching that PZ. And what it is the length of the furthest points that you can have within that PZ. So the way to work that out is to use Aussie Explorer and use the line tool to draw a line from the most two extreme points within that PZ. So here we can see it's from the top left corner to the bottom right corner. And we've got a distance of 924 meters. So what you do is you come back into the form and put in 924 meters as that maximum distance. Then the rest of the information can stay the same, but what you want to do if you're ready is switch that PZ to online and save it. And that's what you need to do to set that up. What you can now do is come in here and you can view that PZ on the map and check that it all looks correct, which it does, and also click on the tab and it will show you the information about that PZ. So that's your first PZ, which is a polygon PZ. So now we're going to create a circular PZ. And the way we do that is also using Aussie Explorer to create a waypoint for the PZ that you want to be circular. So here we've created a PZ called PZ2 and we've placed it on the location. And we've given it a 500 meter proximity and an altitude of 1800 feet. So what you can do is create that PZ and put all that information into the waypoint properties. And then again, similar to what we did with the polygon, we can come in here, we can find the waypoint file that we're going to use to import it. So we're using this one here. Click open, process file, and then we can come in and check the information. So again, PZ2, we have the description, 500 meters, 1800 foot top altitude. Again, we need to enter in the ground level of that PZ. So in this case, it's 1410 feet. And then we can turn that one online as well. So now if we come and look at PZ2, we can view it on the map and that looks all correct and the information is correct. So they're your two main types of PZs that you would use, but then the third one that you will need to add is a blue PZ, and this is the top upper limit that pilots can fly from an airspace point of view. So to create a blue PZ, if you want the same altitude for the entire map, which is the most common one, simply come up and click on Add Blue PZ. You can give a description if you like, but it's not required. And then what you want to do is enter the bottom altitude. So in the case of Canowindra, we're using 10,000 feet as the maximum altitude that pilots can fly. And then we are going to simply hit it and say online. Now, if you want to have a map that has multiple altitudes for the blue PZ, so for example, if there's a steppe airspace going on the map, you can do that. You simply create them as polygons like we did for the polygon PZ and import them, the track files, and then you can flag them as being blue PZs. So you'll see in the form here that we can actually change this to say blue PZ, and then that will treat that as the blue PZ opposed to the typical polygon red PZ. So there you have it. That's how you manage all of your PZs. Later on in another tutorial or another lesson, we're going to look at how the PZ penalties are calculated and how these the PZ database is used by the scoring system.